Okay, I was a bit of a dummy, and I bought Gen 3 head bolts, studs, not thinking. So these are longer, I might have mentioned that. And then these are Gen 4, luckily they were next day Amazon jobs. So these are all the short ones for an L33. I'm just going to hold on to these. What's the point in returning $50 Gen 3 head bolts? Studs, whatever, you know what they are. So the block just wiped clean. I was able to just wipe all of that ugly looking soot and gasket material or whatever, combustion soot out of there, and I razored it with a plastic razor and then with a straight, the flat edge H razor, whatever you want to call it. And I got head gaskets in the office, and I got these studs, and I dropped off my heads with Matt Miller this morning, and he said he might even be able to skim them this afternoon, possibly right now. He may be, and might be able to get them tonight or tomorrow, and then start a rapid reassembly and forget something else. Also, I wanted to show you, that's where we were blown out. And this is not a head bolt with this extra threads here. So that also wasn't tight. I don't know what it's from. Is it accessories or something? Anyway, funny. Also, I did Amazon Overflow. Ta-da! So it can swoop-de-boop back and forth. So entering phase 2 here. We got ourselves the Amazon eBay upper radiator hose, coolant pressure transducer adapter, mabob. Man, I sound like Vice Grip. Anywho, we're going to cut the upper rad hose and we're going to put this thing in because, in my opinion, the upper rad hose is nicely muted, muffled, softened, dampened, if you might want to say. Many times I have done the pressure sensor in the cylinder head or a water pump and it is kind of noisy. So this time we're going to calm it down and we're going to put it in the upper rad hose. So I pre-wired a harness, but I also want to put it right about here to keep it out of the way of the rad and everything else. Out of the way of the fan, and I'm not obstructing anything or heating it for no reason. And putting it here makes it too close to things that are important. So yeah, this is where it all is going to happen. Alrighty, I grabbed my camera. I am pleased with this. I am pleased with this install. It looks nice in there. Take a look at that. Ta-da! I even trimmed I ended up throwing away the hose clamps that came with their kit because, did you see those things? They were like really thin. Anyway, I didn't trust it. Not with the possible pressure and situation that already did occur. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? We got cylinder heads. Matt Miller decked my cylinder heads. And this was the one. Oh wow, yeah, I pulled this camera out of the air conditioning in my office and it is like completely fogged up because it's disgusting outside. He decked them and he said it only took, wow, it is completely fogging over, only 8 thou, 008 to completely clean up this head. So he just mirrored, this one didn't need that, but he just mirrored it. Wow, I don't know how you're gonna see anything. We'll get right back, I guess, when this thing's done sweating. Alright, I think I wiped it down and let it warm up a little bit, but yeah. These are the heads, nice and flat. Now you can kind of see, yay. And then yeah, this one of them he showed me actually has a crack. But it was like minute. And he's like, I can't see how it would be affecting you, especially since this is probably not the first time this engine may possibly have the heads pulled off of it. But either way, yeah, it's funny how I said I don't look for them, so I don't find them, because what am I going to do about it? Anyway, either way, we're going to copper some 50HO boys toss them down. And I went ahead and put the studs in because I'm a masochist, and I'm going to try to drop the heads onto all the studs at once. And we'll see how it goes. Right? And then, oh, while I was there, Matt Miller gave me a ton of ARP stuff too, because I don't have anything, and he thought it'd be funny to give me real ARP lube to use on $50 PQY studs. And then this is to test the head gasket some more. Alright, grab the camera. So I tacked up my boy with the copper spray, the glizz of the gods, as they call it. The glizzy paste, the glizzy glaze. Anyway, we're real off track with that one. I got these tightened down. I actually use that for the memes. And what did I do? 35 first and then 70 second. And then I went over them continually because it kept, you know, working its way down. And then tossed these guys on. And I always make jokes about how 1 is 10 foot-pounds, 2 is 20, and 3 is all it's got. You know, these little 3/8 fuel stubbies have got some gusto. So I smacked those down on number 2 with the 6-inch extension on it, and they were about 20 foot-pounds exactly, and I only had to turn it a tiny bit more to equal out to 22. Yeah, I actually did digital torque on them because I was curious, again, if this thing is still firing off 20 foot-pounds on setting 2, and it absolutely still is. These guys, I always make fun of everybody for putting the tiny studs in like these do anything at all. I just blasted those guys in full extension here on number 3. I just let them eat and just brap them down because they don't do a damn thing. And we've always made that joke for so long. And if you look at a LT5, any of the LT Gen 5 series engines, it's not just the, sorry, any LT engine has this one and that one and nothing in the middle. So answer me that one. If they were so important, why did they become obsolete? Alright, so this thing had some weird coarse thread garbage on it. I'm sure you've seen. This is one of those PQYs. It's like 30 bucks, and it comes with like a valve spring for a fuel return spring, and you cut it until you can close this, and then you can give it the correct preload. Anyway, it has some weird thread BS on it, so I drilled it out lightly until I could get one of these guys in, because I still haven't referenced the fuel system yet. And while I got the cylinder heads, I got the exhaust manifolds on, I got the water stuff getting tightened up. You know, we're moving right along, and I'm like, hey, I shouldn't ignore my fuel stuff. I should do that quick, so that's what we're doing. Okay, look at where we are. We got everything connected. We got the fuel pressure regulator guy connected off of that. I zip tied I used a P-clamp way back in there to get the fuel line. It was okay, it never got burned, but there was really nothing policing it to the firewall, so I opened up a P-clamp and put it back there, kind of thing. That I'm gonna work on. I don't know what I want to do with that yet, and it's taking up too much of my brain space. So I'm gonna let it go. This is all connected. The water stuff is connected. I want to plug in this guy, and I wired a harness to do 2 sensors, and I want to do crankcase pressure for fun because I have 2 inputs to burn right now. So I want to look at both of those, but I wanted to bring it up to temperature, fill the system, make sure the fan runs, check the fluids, all of that good stuff. It is 1,000,000 degrees, and I have like 3 brain cells left. It's